Yandoro. Hey. Charlie Nina. Hey. Fizo baby.
Hello, Rwanda people. How are you doing today? So today I have an interview with a good friend of mine, and I'll just let him introduce himself.
Hi, my name is Muhire, and I'm the founder and CEO of MERGIMS. Yeah.
Great. So today we're just gonna get to know Muhire, and so I have a couple of questions for him that we're just gonna go quickly through and see how far it goes. So Muhire.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. We know your name. Where were you born? Do you have any siblings?
Oh yes, I do. We are a family of 4, and I was born actually in the village of Bugesera. That's in the eastern part of Rwanda, and we came to live in Kigali around 1990. So yeah, we spent only 4 days before the genocide started. Yeah. 4 years, sorry.
Okay. So how long have you lived outside of Rwanda?
Since '94, and I came back in 2014, at the end of 2014. So that makes about 20 years I lived outside of Rwanda.
20 years outside of Rwanda.
Yeah.
So when you came back to Rwanda, what were the main cultural differences that you encountered?
Well, you know, I left Rwanda, I was only 12 years old. Now you know my age. So when I came back, if you spend most of your time outside of Rwanda, means you totally somehow changed, you know, in a matter of seeing things or doing things. And mostly I spend my time in Canada. And you know, Canadian people are like American ways. Somehow they're so straightforward. When I tell you it's 3 a.m., it's 3 a.m. It's not 3 hours later. So it was mostly that part of adjusting my my way of seeing things in a more, how can I say, straightforward things to a more relaxed environment. But beside that, I love the weather. We don't have snow. And it's always about 20 degrees, so it's a beautiful weather. Yeah.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
And was the Kinyarwanda language an issue when you came back?
Not really, because I love Rwanda so much that even when I was away, I stay connected to Rwanda by listening to YouTube videos, those songs from Rwanda. And of course, when I came here, my Kinyarwanda was not that perfect, but now it's a year and a couple of months. So the Kinyarwanda is back in my library, if I can say. So I can speak Kinyarwanda very well now.
Okay. So why in all of the countries do business in Rwanda actually?
Well, the first thing, of course, is because I'm Rwandan. And but most important, of course, before I decided to open my company in Rwanda, I have been in many other countries, East African countries. And what impressed me about Rwanda was the environment in terms of security and corruption. Because I haven't experienced any corruption case in Rwanda since I'm here. While when I was in another country, I don't want to name it because otherwise some minister will defend themselves. But again, in some other countries around here, straight from the airport, they ask you some money, like to get the visa. So to me, it shocked me. And when I came here, I couldn't experience any such experience. And also, when you look also in terms of technology, how Rwanda, the connectivity of internet is much better than in many other countries around. Then I decided was really the place to start. And yeah, it was mostly for the 2 reasons: no corruption and security.
Good, solid reasons, I must say.
Yeah.
And a little bit more about your business. So what is it that you do exactly?
So we made an online bill payment aggregator that allows Rwandan living outside to pay their relatives' bills, such as electricity, airtime, and soon we are bringing in on hospital bills, pharmacies. In other words, what we're doing exactly is like someone now in Canada can pay his relatives' airtime or electricity here in Rwanda, and it takes only 15 seconds. Someone just download our mobile application on Play Store now, and soon we're going to have for iPhone. And you select airtime, you put the amount you want to pay. Once you pay, it takes 15 seconds, the person gets the electricity, like by magic. Yeah.
Sounds great, man. And what ignited you to start this business? How did you get the idea?
Well, there were two experiences. the first experience is my parents used to send money back home to my cousin so they can go to school. But every 3 months they'll call back and they say, hey, we need more money for school. And they couldn't pay directly to the, let's say, university website here in Rwanda because they don't accept online payment. And I could see the stress on their face whenever they would send back money to Rwanda, because they know sometimes those people may be lying.
Yeah.
And also it's expensive. When you use Western Union, it's about 12% in service fee. So it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But the most thing that triggered it was back in 2011, my grandfather here died. And before he died, our aunt here called us and said, hey, I need money to send him to the hospital because he used to live in the village.
Yes.
So the money she was asking, I didn't have that enough. So we had to get together, me, my brothers and parents, to put our money together so we can send this money back to Rwanda.
Yeah.
So it took us like a week to gather that sort of amount of money, not because we didn't have that money, simply because, you know, we were busy and we couldn't reach each other.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, my grandfather condition went from stable to critical. So when their money arrived, a couple of days later he died. So he was an old man, but still, maybe if the money had arrived a little bit earlier, he could have been alive today.
Yeah.
So I decided, you know what, this is enough. If we had the chance to pay directly to the hospital from Canada, probably it would have saved him somehow his life.
Yes.
And I decided, you know, this is it. You know, we have to make a platform where, you know, connecting local merchants in Rwanda to the diaspora. So that's where the idea came. I resigned. Everybody thought I was crazy, and they say it wouldn't be possible. But now it's possible. For 1 year, we've been running with 2 services only, but now this year we are going to have more services: hospital, pharmacy, insurance, tickets. So it's going to be awesome for this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And can you share with us maybe what have been your successes and failures so far?
Successes. The successes is like last year we won all startup prize in Rwanda.
Wow.
Name it, we were the first. And actually we even went recently to Switzerland to represent Rwanda in what we can call the Olympics of startups worldwide. That is because they have chosen us as the only best startup in Rwanda. And that was a success because, you know, just come back in the country 20-something years later, and you're doing well. And also the fact I had an idea and I made this idea a real product.
Yeah.
That was to me a success, because even if we are not making millions for now, but still, people, if you get testimony for people using my system, it changed their life. Now they say, you know what, now I can do grocery, but at the same time pay my grandmother electricities. So it's really impressive, and I'm proud of that. But in terms of failure, failure, I can say, I've made a lot of mistakes. You know, when you try something new, you make mistakes. For example, we brought in some products that really diaspora didn't want to have. And then anytime we bring a product on board, it takes us time and money to bring in the products. And we have wasted many time on many products that were really not really relevant, and we took them away. But also in terms of failure is, I'm someone who's really hard on me. I believe in terms of customer I have, many diaspora, sometimes when I meet with them, they're like, really, I didn't know about you. I'm like, really? So I'm not really using the resources like embassies or the network of diaspora well enough to get my product away. So that's, I think, the main failure for now I have.
What sacrifices have you made so far to become this successful entrepreneur that you are?
I lost my girlfriend because when I told her I'm going back to Rwanda, she's like, "Are you crazy?"